all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to understand how to create a vendor in SAP S4 HANA system and also post the vendor invoice, and we'll clear the vendor payment also through manual payment and also F-53 and also through F110, which is automatic payment program. So let me go to SAP. The transaction code for vendor creation is BP. So in our ECC system, we used to go to the transaction codes like XK01 for creation of the vendor, and now in SCC, in S4 HANA system, it is directly navigating to the transaction code BP. We have to select here BP and you have to select the organization. It will take you to the BP transaction code only. But here it will show XK01, but it will be this is a BP transaction code. Or you can go back and you can directly enter the T code BP. Yeah, it will take you to this screen. Here we need to select the organization and select the account group. So here my account group is ABDB, which is domestic vendor. And here we have to select, if it is by default business partner, general data will be selected. So select the title, enter the name of the vendor. So I will take some Tata Motors. Here search term I will take as Tata. Enter here test 123. Here it is some house number. Here it is postal code 411001 Pune. Country will be India. Region will be Maharashtra, which is 13. And there are some other information like language. You can select English. Sometimes this will be a mandatory field, sometimes it is optional field. So based on your account group, these fields will be controlled. So here we can enter some more details like email address abc.abc@tatamotors.com. So you get all this information from the buyers. So after entering all of this, now go to the address overview. So there are many other fields or many other tabs here to create the vendor, like payment transactions. So you can enter the vendor's bank details. So I will go to F4 and I will select the country like India. So here it is India, so select here India. And for the India country, so there are so many bank keys created. So whatever the vendor has given the bank data, so that bank data must be created before you create a vendor. So that will be done in the T code FI12. Since it is already created, there are so many. So this is an educational system, so we can use it. Let me use this and enter the bank account number from the vendor. So I will enter the bank account number. So after this, click on the save. So your vendor successfully created with the general data with your BP number 750031. So now for this BP, I'm going to extend it for the company code level. So how do we extend this? So we can select this by, now this is a display mode. So go to this edit mode, click on this switch between or click on this button, so it will be change mode. So once it is change mode, now we will get more details or more rules. So I am going to create this for FI level or finance level. So we have to select FLV00, which is select here FLV supplier, like here you can see supplier like finance accounting, it is HLV00, select. So when you select that, it will ask you to enter certain data, like click on the company code button. So now we are going to enter company code specific data. So here the supplier number will be created after you select the company code and enter certain data. Enter the company code, click on enter button. Here we need to enter the company code specific data like recon account under the account management tab. So we have to select this account reconciliation account. If this vendor belongs to local or domestic, then we will select here domestic vendor. Or if this belongs to any other country like foreign country, then we have to select foreign vendor. Like according to your requirement, you have to select. So like I am going to select domestic because this is a domestic vendor. Then we have sort key, so we can select 031, enter. So it is 012. We can enter the vendor account. So yeah, here it is vendor number. Okay, so this controls your assignment field. Okay, now go to payment transaction tab. Here we will enter the terms of payment. So based on the vendor, we have to select this. If the vendor is given you some credit period, then you can enter that. Let's say vendor has given 30 days credit period, then you can enter. Go to F4 and you can find NT30. So here, okay, there is no NT30 created in the system. So maybe we can find it, or we can enter immediately also. Okay, as per your requirement, NT30 is here. Okay, select this and go to further details. Like if you want to see any other data like correspondence, vendor status, we have many other withholding tax details. If you want to update, we can enter here, then click on save. So your vendor number is successfully created with FI level also, like company code level also. Now we can use this particular vendor number to process the vendor line item or vendor invoice. So the transaction code for vendor invoice posting is FB60. Okay, so enter the vendor number. Before that you must change the company code. If it is any other company code, you can click on switch company code and you can enter the vendor number. Sorry, company code. Enter the vendor number. Enter the invoice date. Okay, let's say today only I got an invoice from vendor, and I will enter the vendor invoice number, invoice date. Posting date will be by default current date, and enter the amount. Let's say some 50,000 rupees. Currency INR. If it is local, then enter here also some text. So enter the purchase GL account. So I'll just go to F4, find it. From there, usually the purchase account will be 4 series. So we can enter the expense account also. So I do not have purchase account, so I can enter this commission expenses and enter the amount. You can put a star and enter. So yeah, it is also expecting to enter the CO object. So I have a cost center for CO object, so I will enter the cost center. So my cost center is here. Enter, go to simulate and save it. The journal entry will be commission expenses or purchase account. If you enter purchase expense, purchase account debit, and your vendor account will be credited. Save it. So your purchase entry is successfully posted. So I am going to display this in the vendor line item. So the transaction code for that is FBL1N. Enter the vendor number, select this open item, or if you want you can click on all items also and select this normal item and execute. So here we have one open item or one invoice which is payable to vendor. So as per this document, the payment to be paid, it is right now it is not due. So this document is due on I cannot see here right now, but if you want to see that column, so you have to add it here by going to this change layout. Click on this change layout. Here you can select the document due date or payment due date. So find it. You can click on this particular button to find. Just click on due, or you can put a payment. So you will be able to see here payment date. Okay, just click on this, take it left side. Initially it is hidden, but now you click on this, so it will come here. So I want this at the beginning, so I'll just click on this. So I don't want in the beginning the first also, so I want in the very next to document number or document date. Okay, select this payment date, click on this arrow mark. So where you want you can keep it there and save it. So now I can able to say this document is due in, okay, due date symbol is there. Okay, due date is coming here as a not due. Okay, so let us find the other one. Okay, let's go again. Find it the due date, let me find it, click on this, enter here as due. You will see due net due date. Just copy that one and make it here in the top and just take it below wherever you want. Okay, so here is the net due date. Click on this, adopt, and now I can see payment date is here. Okay, net due date is also here. Okay, so both I can see here. So my document date is this, and based on the payment term, this due date is calculated. Okay, now I want to make the payment for this document. So how do I do the how do I make the payment? So there are two ways to make the payment. One is manual payment. The transaction code is F-53. Here we can enter the details, or there is one more transaction code F110, which is automatic payment program. So we will see both the things. First we'll understand the manual, enter the details, all the details, enter your account number, from which bank account you want to pay the amount. So I'll go to F4, find it from the list. Where is my bank account number, or even I can give cash account also, it will take. I will take cash account, amount is 50,000, and enter the text here also, enter the vendor number. So what is the vendor number? So vendor number is this 16006. Sorry, here click on process open item. So here we have one amount, one document is available which is for payment. So since this is not due, but in manual payment we can still make the payment in today's date. Okay, so go to document, click on simulate, and you can post it. So now your document is successfully posted. This is my payment document. So go back to your FBL1N and go to list and refresh. So if you refresh, see, my document was in open item earlier, but now it is been moved to cleared item because I paid the amount, I cleared this. Now what is the next step? Now for this particular payment document, we have to issue the check. So how to issue the check? So the transaction code is FCH5. So enter the payment document number, enter the paying company code, enter the fiscal year, house band, account ID, and enter the check number. So if I want to issue the check, so whatever the check number I have written, so that check number has to be entered here and save it. So this is my check number. This check has to be printed in the printer, and that check will be sent to the vendor. So vendor will deposit that check and the amount will be encashed. So that's the process of manual payment. Okay, so when it comes to automatic payment program, so here in this particular code, the system will check all the details of the invoices, whether the document is due or not. If the document is not due, then system will not make the payment. So let us see that example. Before that, let me post one document. So enter the same vendor, enter these details, enter the amount, enter the text, enter the expense ledger, enter this base amount, enter the cost center, and save it. So for this document, the document number is ending with 10. So before that, we have to make sure, if you want to execute the payment run through F110, you have to make sure the vendor master is available with payment method. So I'll go to BP and I will enter that BP number. So I want to find this BP with vendor number. Okay, so here we have supplier number. So enter the supplier number. Copy this supplier number and enter this here. Click on start or click on this and enter. Double click on this, it will go to this. So initially it is in the company code screen. So go to this payment transaction. Make sure your payment method is updated. So here we can enter the payment method. So we are using payment method for our company code. Just go to F4 If there is a payment method C is available, just use that, save it. So your vendor is successfully updated. So as per the payment program, the document must be get due, then only the payment run can be possible. So what I will do, I will either change the payment term in the vendor level or in the document level itself. I can update also. So this is my invoice which is not due. So to make this document due, I will go to this document. I'll edit this document and I will make it as payment term immediately. Okay, and save it. So your document is now modified with the payment term. So what happened now, this document is due for today's date. So now I can able to make the payment. So enter the run date like today's date. So if you want to execute the payment run or automatic payment program, so enter the current date, enter the anything identification, go to parameters. Here you have to enter the details. Okay, so all the details, enter the company code, enter the payment method, enter the payment next payment date. It should be always greater than your current posting date, otherwise system will show you some error. So enter here vendor number. So my vendor number is this. Copy and enter that. What is that vendor? 1600006. Go to additional log, select this first, second and last one, enter the same vendor number here, 1600006, and go to printout medium. So to print the checks you have to enter the uh, variant. You have to enter the variant here. So go to before that you must have to create the variant. So enter this variant details, click on maintain variant. See here already it is created with the check lot number, account ID, house bank. So all these details are updated here. Okay, so simply save it, go back, save it again, go back to the status tab. So now parameter is successfully entered. So in the real environment, in the production system, the end users will be entering here the range of the supplier details, like from 1 to 99999, or so whatever the account group we have: domestic vendor, foreign vendor, employee vendor, government vendor, whatever the account group we have, whatever the vendor number range, we can enter it over here, so that only for those vendors the payment run can carry out. So right now, since I have only one vendor, I want to do the testing. So enter this only one vendor, save it, go back to your basic data or status tab. So once you go to status tab, click on proposal, schedule proposal button. May take some time, so click on this start immediately because I want to run this immediately. So click on that and enter or schedule. So when you click on that, the system will show you some message as a background job is running. It may take few seconds. Some issue with this. Now the proposal is successfully executed. It is showing as ready to be started. Proposal run has been scheduled. Click on this status or schedule this button, refresh button. So it will keep on running from the back end, and it will show the message proposal is scheduled, but it is still running. So just keep on enter this. Okay, see now payment proposal has been created successfully. So if you want to see whether the proposal is successfully executed or it has got any error, so how do we see that? So we can go to this display log or display proposal log. Here I can see all the data is correctly updated. If I get this message, the proposed document number, then it means it is a successful. If it is not available, then you also get a message here why the payment run is failed, why the payment run is not possible. You'll get a message over here. Now it is successful. Go back and click on this. Even you can check in the display proposal button also. So here it should be green color. If it is in red color, then there is some issue. We have to analyze that. It will be in the exception. But right now it is payment possible because it is a green color. Go back and click on payment run. And I want to print the checks also from backend. So click on this. If you don't want to do it now, I want to do it later on. So you can uncheck, but I want to do it right away. So click on this schedule button. So your payment run is now executed. So click on this status button. So your posting orders, one is generated and one is completed successfully. So now the whatever the open items was there, now it is clear. Now how do we check that? What is the payment document? So here in the payment log, you can see my payment document number posted. So this is payment document. Okay, so journal entry you can see vendor account debit and your bank account is credit. How this GL account is coming? So that is again consultants will check where they will configure it from the backend through the transaction code FB60. So this is the step number 1 and step number is ended here. Step number 2 started for printout of the check. So the check is not printed due to some XYZ reason. We have to check it. So you are getting this no records selected means there is some issue. So the check is not printed. So there is some issue with the maybe in the variant or maybe in the configuration in the payment method level. So we have to check it. Okay. So this is all about the payment run in F110. Okay. This is all about your P2P cycle. So we created the vendor, we processed the invoice, we made the payment. So this is all about non-PO invoice posting and payment. But there is one more process also we can create. Like we create a purchase requisition, we create a purchase order, we can create a MIGO, like goods receipt. We can post a MIRO, which is a through purchase order. We can post the invoice, and then we can make the payment as usual, like through F110 or F-53. So that is one different process. This is again non-PO process. So that's all about this processing, guys. Thank you.